There are 160 million children under 6 years in India. Despite India's constitutional, international, and policy commitments, children under 6 years who need the most care and protection remain excluded or in the margins of public goods provisioning. Add to that the rural-urban differentials, diversity amongst families and communities, impact of caste, class, gender, all have an intersectional impact, excluding children, young children, even more.
Early childhood is a period which requires a multiple range of inputs for them to develop as citizens, people with capacity, people who can live with dignity, people who can survive. They are vulnerable, very vulnerable, and any deprivation at this stage means that it impacts their personalities, their capacity, and therefore we call it a public good. And the importance of it being a public good and promoting that idea of a public good means that we hold the state responsible. Early childhood is something that is a period of fast development. It's a period of most rapid development, which has impact on the whole of a child's life. It has impact on women, on the economy of a country, how people live, peace, equity. It has impact on reducing a whole range of conflicts and violence in society.
More than 8 million children under 6 years are migrating with their families from rural India to urban India. These children are trapped within their families who suffer through a perpetual cycle of poverty, which means that they have low income opportunities, poor access to public goods in the urban environment, unsanitary living conditions, and this has a lifelong consequences. Similarly, the child mortality for children born into scheduled caste and scheduled tribe families is far higher than children born into other castes. The condition is even worse for girl children, who we know suffer even before they are born due to the high female feticide rates, and that has led to a skewed child sex ratio in this country. Two other highly vulnerable groups of children under 6 years are the invisible children with disability and children who are locked away in orphanages. We often tend to neglect children who have been victims of natural disaster or even man-made disasters such as conflicts and war, and this has a lifelong consequences on children's ability to survive, thrive, and reach their full potential.
We require a comprehensive law that ensures justiciable and holistic rights for the well-being of all children under 8 years of age. There are a few other legal mandates which are in place which need to be also amended. One is the Article 21A of the Constitution, and the Right to Education Act needs to include children under 6 years of age. The ICDS, or the Integrated Child Development Scheme, does not include care for children under 3 years of age, which is really something that should come into the scheme's gambit. One of the biggest gap areas we find is care and provisioning of creches. There are a lot of women who are working in the unorganized sector, and most of these legal provisioning are for the organized sector women. We find that the union budget for young children especially is very, very low. You cannot have any quality programs with this lower budget. So our recommendation is that the union budget be enhanced by at least 3%. The Law Commission report acknowledges the importance of safety and care for children up to 6 years of age. Therefore, they recommend that another Article 24A be inserted in Chapter 3 of the Constitution for this purpose. There should be a universal provision for creches for all families that need this kind of child rearing support. We would really need to have some more disaggregated data regarding children, their needs, their various situations, their exclusion and gaps.